Once upon a time, in the vast and colorful ocean, there lived a group of friends. Delphin the dolphin, Ollie the octopus, Stella the sea star, Finley the fish, and Terry the sea turtle. One sunny day, Delphin was racing through the waves, showing off his flips and spins. Ollie watched from below, amazed by his friend's agility.
Wow, Delphin, you're so fast and graceful.
Ollie said, his tentacles swirling with excitement. Delphin grinned.
Thanks, Ollie. But did you know, each of us has our own special talent?
Stella chimed in, wiggling her arms.
That's right. I may not move quickly, but I can stick to things like nobody's business.
Finley flicked his fins.
And I may not be the biggest fish in the sea, but my shimmering scales make me the talk of the coral reef.
Terry chuckled slowly.
Well, speed isn't everything. I may take my time, but I've traveled far and seen so much in this big ocean.
Suddenly, they heard a cry for help. It was a lost baby sea turtle, struggling to find its way back to the safety of the reef. Without hesitation, Terry guided the little turtle with patience and care, while Delphin raced ahead to scout for any dangers. Ollie used his tentacles to clear a path, and Stella clung to rocks to provide landmarks. Finally, they reached the reef, where the baby turtle was reunited with its family. The ocean echoed with joyous cheers and laughter as the friends celebrated their teamwork. From that day on, Delphin, Ollie, Stella, Finley, and Terry knew that no matter their differences, they were stronger together. And as they swam through the endless blue, they knew that every adventure was just another opportunity to showcase their unique talents and to help those in need.
Once upon a time, in a cozy burrow, Benny, a boy rabbit, found a huge carrot while exploring the forest. Excited, he ran back to his sister Bella and showed her his discovery.
Look, Bella, I found the biggest carrot ever,
he said with a big smile. Bella's eyes widened with amazement.
Wow, Benny, it's so big. Where did you find it?
Benny explained.
I found it near the big tree, past the stream. It was hiding under some leaves.
They happily munched on the carrot together, talking about their adventures. When the sun started to set, they snuggled up in their burrow, thankful for each other and the fun they had in the forest.
Once upon a time, in a cozy little town, there lived a happy shirt named Sammy. Sammy was no ordinary shirt. He was bright red with yellow polka dots and loved to dance in the wind. One sunny morning, Sammy was hanging on a clothesline outside the kindergarten school. As the children arrived, they noticed Sammy swaying in the breeze, and they couldn't help but giggle. The children loved Sammy's cheerful demeanor, and they decided to make him the star of their kindergarten fashion show. They adorned him with glitter, buttons, and ribbons, turning him into the most glamorous shirt in town. Sammy twirled and spun on the makeshift runway, delighting the audience with his fancy moves. The children clapped and cheered, and Sammy beamed with joy. From that day on, Sammy became the favorite shirt of the kindergarten class. He brought smiles and laughter wherever he went, reminding everyone that sometimes all it takes is a little color and sparkle to brighten someone's day. And so, Sammy lived happily ever after, spreading happiness with every sway of his fabric.
Princess Poppy and the Lost Puppy. In the heart of the Enchanted Kingdom, there was a beautiful palace.
This was no ordinary palace, it was Princess Poppy's problem-solving palace. Princess Poppy was known for her kind heart and clever ideas. Every day, animals from all over the kingdom came to her for help. One sunny morning, as Poppy was tending to her flower garden, she heard a soft whimpering sound. She followed the sound and found a tiny, fluffy puppy sitting by the palace gate. The puppy looked sad and lost.
"What's the matter, little one?"
said Princess Poppy gently. The puppy wagged its tail and barked softly. Poppy noticed a small tag on its collar. It read,
My name is Buddy. I belong to the Miller family.
"You must be very far from home, buddy. Don't worry, I'll help you find your way back."
Poppy decided to ask her animal friends for help. First, she went to see Oliver the owl. Oliver was wise and knew the kingdom well.
"Oliver, can you help us find where the Miller family lives?"
asked Poppy.
I believe they live near the Rainbow River, past the Whispering Woods.
"Thank you, Oliver."
She and Buddy set off towards the Rainbow River. As they walked through the Whispering Woods, they met Bella the bunny.
"Hello, Bella. We're looking for the Miller family's home. Have you seen them?"
asked Poppy.
"Oh yes, I saw Mr. Miller by the river this morning,"
said Bella.
"Keep going straight and you'll find them."
"Thank you, Bella,"
said Poppy. Poppy and Buddy continued their journey. Soon, they reached the Rainbow River. There, they saw a little house with a red roof. Outside the house, a boy was playing. When he saw Buddy, he shouted with joy.
Buddy, you're back.
The boy exclaimed, running to hug his puppy.
Thank you so much for bringing him home, Princess Poppy,
said Mr. Miller, who had come out of the house.
"It was my pleasure. Buddy is very special, and I'm glad he's safe with his family again."
The Millers thanked Poppy again and invited her to stay for tea. Poppy enjoyed a lovely afternoon with her new friends before heading back to her palace. As the sun set, Princess Poppy returned home, happy to have helped Buddy find his way. She knew that, no matter the problem, she would always be there to help the animals of the Enchanted Kingdom. And so, Princess Poppy ended her day, ready for more adventures and more problems to solve tomorrow.
Once upon a time, in a jungle full of tall trees and colorful flowers, there lived a little elephant named Ella. Ella was very friendly and loved to explore the jungle with her big, floppy ears flapping in the breeze. Every day, Ella would wake up to the sounds of birds singing and the sun shining through the leaves. She would go on adventures, meeting all sorts of animals along the way. Ella was known for her kind heart. Whenever she saw someone in trouble, she would rush to help, using her strong trunk to lift heavy things and her gentle words to comfort those who were sad. As Ella made more friends in the jungle, they all realized how special she was. They loved spending time with her, playing games, and sharing stories under the shade of the trees. And so, Ella the elephant lived happily in the jungle, surrounded by friends who loved her dearly. With her caring nature and her joyful spirit, she made the jungle a brighter and happier place for everyone.
Hey there, sweetie. How was your day?
It was okay, Mom, but I've been thinking about something.
What's on your mind, honey?
Well, at school today, we talked about our dreams for the future. Some kids want to be astronauts, others want to be doctors or firefighters. But I'm not sure what I want to be when I grow up.
That's okay, sweetheart. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. Dreams can change and evolve as you grow.
But what if I never find my dream, Mom? What if I'm not good at anything?
Oh, my dear, that's not true at all. You have so many talents and abilities just waiting to be discovered. Sometimes, it just takes time to find what truly lights up your heart.
But what if I try and fail, Mom? What if I'm not good enough?
Failure is a part of life, sweetie. It's how we learn and grow. And remember, I'll always be here to support you no matter what. You are capable of amazing things.
and I believe in you with all my heart.
Thanks, Mom. I guess I just need to keep trying and follow my heart.
That's right, my love, never give up on your dreams, no matter how big or small, and know that no matter where life takes you, you'll always have a place in my heart.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, sweetheart, always and forever.
Hello there, little one. What brings you out to sea today?
Hi, Mr. Whale. I wanted to see the ocean up close. It's so big.
Indeed, it is. It's my home. What do you like most about it?
I love the sound of the waves and the way the sun sparkles on the water. What about you?
I adore the peacefulness and the freedom of swimming in these vast waters. Would you like me to show you around?
Yes, please. Can we visit the coral reefs and see some fish?
Of course. Hold on tight, little friend. Let's dive into the wonders of the sea together.
As they journeyed through the ocean, the little girl marveled at the colorful coral reefs and the variety of fish swimming around them. She giggled with delight as she spotted a playful dolphin jumping in and out of the waves.
This is amazing, Mr. Whale. Thank you for showing me all these incredible sights.
You're welcome, little one. It's always a joy to share the beauty of the ocean with someone who appreciates it as much as you do.
As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, the girl sighed contentedly, feeling grateful for this unforgettable adventure with her new friend, the whale. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a magical son named Saul. Every morning, Saul woke up early and began his special task of painting the sky. With his golden brush dipped in hues of orange, pink, and blue, he painted the sky with the most beautiful colors imaginable. As Saul danced across the horizon, his rays brought warmth and light to the world below. The animals of the forest would gather each morning to watch Saul work his magic. The birds chirped happily, the rabbits hopped with joy, and even the wise old owl would hoot in admiration. They marveled at the masterpiece Saul created each day, knowing that it was his gift to brighten their world. But one day, dark clouds rolled in, threatening to block out Saul's light and colors. The animals grew worried, fearing that Saul wouldn't be able to paint the sky that morning. Determined to not let their friend down, Saul summoned all his strength and pushed through the clouds with his brilliant rays. With each stroke of his brush, Saul chased away the darkness and painted the sky even more vibrant than before. His colors shone through the clouds, creating a breathtaking display that left the animals in awe. From that day on, the animals knew that no matter how dark the clouds may seem, Saul would always be there to paint the sky and bring light back into their lives. And so, Saul continued his daily ritual of painting the sky, spreading warmth, joy, and hope to all who beheld his magnificent masterpiece.
Once upon a time, in a beautiful meadow, there lived a cow named Daisy and her calf, Lily. They loved to play together and explore the green fields. One sunny day, they heard a little chirping noise. Lily said,
What's that sound, Mama?
Daisy replied,
I think it's coming from that tree over there, Lily. Let's go check it out.
They trotted over to the tree and found a nest with 3 small eggs inside. Lily exclaimed,
Look, Mama, baby birds.
Daisy nodded and said,
Yes, Lily, they're waiting for their mama to come back.
But the nest was wobbling on a branch, and they were worried the eggs might fall. So, Daisy and Lily gently pushed the nest back into place, making sure it was safe. They waited patiently until they heard the mama bird returning. She chirped happily when she saw her nest was safe, and Daisy and Lily felt proud for helping. After that day, Daisy and Lily continued to explore the meadow, knowing they had made a difference in the little birds' lives. And they knew that no matter what adventures came their way, they would always face them together, as a team.
Once upon a time, in a village surrounded by tall trees and flowing rivers, there was a little girl named Sarah. Sarah loved bedtime stories, especially the ones her grandmother told her. One night, as Sarah was getting ready for bed, she noticed a glowing light outside her window. Curious, she peeked out and saw a friendly firefly named Noru.
Noru,
Sarah whispered.
What are you doing here? I have a special invitation for you.
Noru replied.
The Firefly Festival is happening tonight in the forest, and everyone is invited.
Excited by the idea of an adventure, Sarah quickly put on her shoes and followed Noru into the forest. There, she found a magical gathering of fireflies, lighting up the night with their glow. Sarah danced and laughed with the fireflies, feeling the magic of the night all around her. As the night came to an end, Noru guided Sarah back home. Back in her cozy bed, Sarah drifted off to sleep, her dreams filled with the joy of her forest adventure. And as she slept, she knew that even in her dreams, she would always find new adventures waiting for her.
Once in a big forest, there were friends. Felix the clever fox, Rosie the fast rabbit, Simon the shy skunk, Hazel the spiky hedgehog, and Sammy the quick squirrel. One day, they found out that all the berries in the forest had disappeared. They decided to look for clues together. Rosie led the way. Simon used his nose to sniff around. Hazel stayed curled up ready to protect, and Sammy climbed trees to keep watch. They found some raccoons eating the berries. The raccoons were led by Remy, a tricky one. The friends made a plan and outsmarted the raccoons, getting back their berries. Happy to have worked together, they went back home, promising to always help each other. And so, the fox, rabbit, skunk, hedgehog, and squirrel remained best friends, living happily in the forest.
Once upon a time, in a peaceful pond, lived a swan named Sally and her 3 ducklings, Daisy, Danny, and Dolly. One sunny day, Sally led her ducklings on a special adventure. They swam past water lilies and buzzing dragonflies until they reached a patch of tall reeds.
Look!
Sally whispered, and the ducklings saw frogs hopping on lily pads. Inspired, they tried hopping on the water, making splashes and giggling with joy. As the sun set, Sally told stories of her own adventures, and the ducklings listened eagerly. They returned home, tired and happy, dreaming of the day's fun. Together, they knew each day would bring new adventures.
Once upon a time, in a cozy village, there was a girl named Lily who loved bedtime stories. Every night, her grandma would tell her a new tale. One evening, Lily asked,
Grandma, can you tell me a story about a magical place?
Smiling, Grandma began, in a faraway forest, where trees whispered secrets and animals chattered, there lived a friendly bear named Benny. Lily's eyes widened with excitement as Grandma continued. Benny loved to bake tasty treats in his little cottage. One day, while picking berries, he found a lost bunny named Rosie.
Did Benny help Rosie find her way home?
Lily asked eagerly.
Of course.
Grandma replied. Together, they journeyed through the forest, meeting new friends, a wise owl, a playful squirrel, and a shy deer. As Grandma finished the story, Lily yawned, feeling sleepy yet happy. She snuggled under her blanket, dreaming of adventures with Benny, Rosie, and their forest friends. And with a gentle kiss on her forehead, Grandma whispered,
"Good night, sweet Lily."
As she drifted off to sleep, her heart full of magical tales and dreams.
Grandma Rose, can you please tell us a bedtime story tonight?
Of course, my darlings, gather around. It's story time.
Yay, I love your stories, Grandma Rose.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there were two siblings named Lily and Jake.
That's us. What adventures did we go on, Grandma?
Well, one day, Lily and Jake discovered a secret portal in their backyard.
Wow! What was on the other side?
It led to a magical kingdom filled with talking animals, enchanted forests, and hidden treasures.
Cool! What did we do there?
You embarked on a quest to help a wise old wizard save the kingdom from an evil sorcerer.
That sounds exciting.
Did we defeat the sorcerer?
With bravery, teamwork, and a little bit of magic, you did, and the kingdom was saved.
I wish we could visit that kingdom for real.
Perhaps you will, in your dreams. Now, it's time to snuggle up and drift off into a magical sleep.
Good night, Grandma Rose. Thank you for the wonderful story.
Yes, thank you. Good night.
Good night, my loves. Sweet dreams.
Once upon a time, in a cozy village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, there lived a young boy named Alex. Alex was adventurous and loved to explore every nook and cranny of his village, from the whispering woods to the bubbling brooks. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting hues of pink and orange across the sky, Alex's grandmother tucked him into bed.
Tell me a bedtime story, Grandma.
Alex pleaded with a grin. His grandmother smiled and began.
Long ago, in a land far away, there lived a brave young knight named Leo. Leo was known throughout the kingdom for his courage and kindness. But Leo had a secret. He was afraid of the dark.
Alex's eyes widened with wonder as his grandmother continued.
One moonlit night, as Leo rode through the forest on his trusty steed, he heard a cry for help. Following the sound, he stumbled upon a hidden cave deep in the heart of the woods. Inside the cave, Leo found a frightened dragon named Sparkle, whose scales shimmered like precious gems in the moonlight.
Please, brave knight, help me,
pleaded Sparkle.
I'm afraid of the dark, and I can't find my way home.
Leo's heart swelled with compassion as he realized that Sparkle was just like him, afraid of the dark.
Gathering his courage, Leo lit a torch and guided Sparkle out of the cave, their shadows dancing against the stone walls. Together, Leo and Sparkle journeyed through the night, the knight's torch banishing the darkness, and the dragon's gentle spirit lighting the way. Along the way, they encountered enchanted creatures, from mischievous fairies to wise old owls, all of whom joined them on their quest. As dawn broke and the first rays of sunlight painted the sky, Leo and Sparkle emerged from the forest, victorious. The kingdom rejoiced at their return, and Leo was hailed as a hero. From that day on, Leo and Sparkle became inseparable friends, embarking on countless adventures together. And though they faced many challenges along the way, they always remembered that with courage and friendship, they could conquer any darkness.
With a contented sigh, Alex drifted off to sleep, his dreams filled with knights, dragons, and the boundless magic of friendship. And as the stars twinkled overhead, his grandmother whispered one final message.
Good night, my brave adventurer, sweet dreams.
Once upon a time, there was a little bunny named Ben. Ben lived in a cozy burrow under a big, old tree with his family. Ben loved to play outside and explore the forest. One sunny day, Ben's mom said,
Ben, you can go play, but be careful and stay close to home.
Ben nodded and hopped out of the burrow. He found a beautiful butterfly and started to follow it. The butterfly flew over flowers and around trees. Ben was having so much fun that he didn't notice he was getting far from home. Suddenly, Ben realized he was lost. He looked around and didn't know where he was. Ben started to feel scared. Just then, a wise old owl named Ollie flew down from a tree.
Who are you?
Asked Ollie.
I'm Ben, and I'm lost.
Ben said, with tears in his eyes.
Don't worry, little bunny,
said Ollie kindly.
I can help you find your way home.
Ollie asked Ben to describe his home.
I live in a burrow under a big, old tree.
Ben said. Ollie thought for a moment and then said,
I know where that tree is.
Follow me. Then followed Ollie through the forest. They passed by colorful flowers, tall trees, and even a bubbling stream. Finally, Ben saw his home in the distance.
Thank you, Ollie,
Ben said, hopping with joy.
You're welcome, Ben. Always remember to stay close to home.
Ollie replied. Ben hurried back to his burrow. His family was very happy to see him. Ben hugged his mom and promised to always be careful. From that day on, Ben made sure to play close to home and always listen to his mom. And whenever he saw a butterfly, he remembered the kind owl who helped him. Ben and his family lived happily ever after, and Ben had many more safe adventures in the forest. Grandma settled into the rocking chair beside her grandson's bed. She tucked him in and began her story.
Once upon a time, in a small village, there was a little boy named Jack. Jack loved looking at the stars every night. He dreamed of visiting them one evening, as Jack was stargazing. A shooting star zoomed across the sky and landed in his backyard.
Wow, what happened next, Grandma?
The boy asked, his eyes wide with excitement.
Jack ran outside and found a tiny, glowing star. The star spoke to him and said,
Hi, Jack. My name is Twinkle. I need your help to find my way back to the sky.
Jack agreed to help Twinkle, and they set off on a magical adventure. They traveled through enchanted forests and crossed sparkling rivers. Along the way, they met kind animals who showed them the way. Finally, they reached the top of a tall hill where Twinkle could jump back into the sky.
Thank you, Jack.
Twinkle said, shining brightly, whenever you look up at the stars, remember that I'm your friend.
And they lived happily ever after?
The boy asked, his voice sleepy.
Yes, they did.
Grandma replied, giving him a gentle kiss on the forehead.
Good night, my dear, sweet dreams.
Good night, Grandma.
The boy murmured, closing his eyes and drifting off to sleep.
The Secret Garden Adventure. Lily, Tom, and Max were best friends who loved exploring. One sunny day, they found a hidden door in the woods near their neighborhood.
Wow, what's behind it?
Lily wondered aloud.
Let's open it and see.
Tom suggested, pushing the door open. They stepped through and couldn't believe their eyes. Before them was the most beautiful garden they had ever seen. Flowers of every color and size filled the air with a sweet smell.
Look at these flowers. They're so pretty.
Max exclaimed. Suddenly, they heard a voice.
Who goes there?
Startled, they turned to see small creatures with pointy hats, garden gnomes.
We're just exploring.
Lily explained, trying to be brave. The gnomes looked at each other, then nodded.
If you want to stay, you must pass our challenges.
We're up for it,
Tom said confidently. And so, the friends began their adventure. They solved puzzles and riddles using the magic of the garden. With each challenge, they became closer friends. Finally, they completed the last challenge. The gnome smiled and said,
You have proven yourselves worthy. You are now guardians of the secret garden.
Excited and proud, Lily, Tom, and Max said goodbye to the gnomes and went home. But they knew they'd return to their special garden, where friendship and magic blossomed together.
Once upon a time, in a cozy little attic, a curious boy named Milo discovered an old, dusty book. Milo opened the book, and a tiny fairy appeared in a burst of light.
Hello, Milo. I'm Luna, the fairy of this magical book. Do you want to go on an adventure?
Wow, yes, I'd love to.
In an instant, Milo and his loyal dog, Rex, were transported into a lush, green forest.
Where are we, Luna?
This is the enchanted forest. But look, the heart tree is dying.
They set off on their quest and soon met a wise old owl perched on a branch.
Hoo-hoo! If you seek the crystal of light, follow the path of the silver stones.
Following the path, Milo, Rex, and Luna arrived at a dark cave.
This must be the Goblin King's cave.
From the shadows, the Goblin King emerged, looking grumpy.
Who dares enter my domain?
We need the crystal of light to save the heart tree. Will you help us?
Solve my riddle, and the crystal is yours. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I?
Milo thought for a moment.
An echo.
The Goblin King smiled and handed over the crystal.
You are wise and brave. Take the crystal and save the forest.
Milo, Rex, and Luna rushed back to the heart tree and placed the crystal at its base. The tree glowed brightly, its leaves turning green again.
You did it, Milo. The enchanted forest is saved.
Thank you, Luna. This was amazing.
With a flash, Milo and Rex found themselves back in the attic.
I can't wait for our next adventure, Rex.
The magical book closed gently, promising more adventures to come. Once upon a time, high up in the night sky, there was a little star named Twinkle. Twinkle was smaller than the other stars and often felt a bit shy. One night, the moon noticed Twinkle's dim light and asked,
Twinkle, why do you shine so faintly?
Twinkle replied,
I'm just a little star. I can't shine as brightly as the others.
The moon smiled kindly and said,
It's not about size, Twinkle. It's about heart. Shine with all your heart, and you'll light up the night.
Taking the moon's advice to heart, Twinkle gathered all its courage. That night, it shone as brightly as it could with all its heart. To Twinkle's surprise, its light was beautiful and bright. The other stars and even the earth below noticed and admired Twinkle's dazzling glow. From that night on, Twinkle knew that it didn't matter how small it was. What mattered was the heart and courage to shine. And so, Twinkle shone brightly, lighting up the night sky and inspiring all the other little stars to do the same.